Hey everyone, today I'm going to take you through a mini practice all about opening up the shoulder joints, all about opening up the potential of the front body, about balancing internal and external rotation to make sure that this second floor of our body, our capacity, even though that we overuse it, I want to make sure that we're using it in a balanced way. So this practice is meant as a reset and a nice opener for the front body and the second floor. So begin seated in Virasana. Here I have a block. You can use two if you need it. If being in Virasana feels a little bit tight on the quads, maybe take two. Pull the flesh of your butt out from underneath you so that you're really sitting in the middle of yourself. You want to be sitting sort of on the edge of the block so the pubic bone can tip forward and you can really start to get that slight back bend, that reaching of up and out through the crown of the head. It's like your antenna poking up into the sky. Good. So just start by making two fists, rolling the shoulders up and back and down. And when you make these fists, make sure you're not clenching your jaw. So keep lips together, teeth apart, and breathe through the nose. Go back a couple times and then go forward a couple times. Good. And then back one more time just to reset, sit nice and tall. You want to think that you're really on a plumb line here. So from the center of the skies, the heavens dropped down to the center of the skull, all the way down to the center of the brain and the throat and the heart, all the way down out to the center of the perineum, down into the center of the earth. So you're really on a spit here. Good. Bring your arms out wide, flip your palms open. So this is going to be the external rotation, right? When we flip our palms down, the front body kind of wants to cave inward a little bit, but resist, keep the chest lifted. That will be the internal rotation. So back and forth, it's kind of like you're turning or opening a doorknob, but you can keep the hands flat. Keep relaxing the jaw, breathing through the nose, plug into the tops of the feet. Opening and closing, opening and closing. Good. So it'll feel like your hands are maybe doing most of the work, but it's really getting all the way up into that shoulder. When we sit at desks a lot, we're kind of stuck in this, right? This internally rotated position. So really, it might feel a little bit harder to open up, bringing the pinky fingers back, back, back. A couple more here, up and down, in and out. Good, last 3, 2, and 1. Just go ahead and bring the palms down, face up on the lap. Take a moment. And go ahead and make a frame, opposite hand to opposite elbow. So really get that elbow right in the center of the mitt. Pull the elbows apart so the collarbones broaden as well. That principle of as above, so below. Plug into the feet. Lift the elbows up. Biceps will come in line with the ears here. Spin the armpits toward the heart. Lift the elbows, and then the tip of the shoulder blade will really dial back in. So it's not enough just to lift here and stay like we always are at our desk, right? Lift, 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 elevate, and then the bottom tip of the shoulder blade comes in, and you really are finding a nice back bend here. Biceps are in line with the ears. Good. Bring it back down. And then on the inhale, take it up, elevate, dial in, and down. So inhale and exhale. Really make sure you're fighting for the fit of hand to elbow. When you up the fit, you up the function. You'll be able to glide better here if you're really connected in a nice frame. Do about 5 more here, breathing into the nose and out through the nose, plugging into the feet, really moving in 2 directions, pulling yourself apart when you're at the top there. Good. Come down, switch the grip. So take opposite elbow. Probably feel a little bit awkward. We got to go both ways. Really like you can envision and visualize that you're opening up a window. Springtime, gotta let some fresh air in. Keep relaxing the jaw. Keep reaching up through your antenna. 5, 3, and 1. Stay up just for a moment. Look to the left, take a breath in. Exhale, turn back to center. Look right, take a breath in. Exhale, turn back to center. Drop the chin to the chest, inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, back to center. Lift the elbows, just look up, take a breath in from the pubic bone up to the nose. And exhale, back to center. Let the arms come down, make fists again, but make them light. Up and back and down. Good. Beautiful. Pause in the center, roll out the wrists just a little bit here. Good. Take your right arm, bring your bicep in line with your ear, spin the palm to face inward. So that is that reaching up through the middle finger and reaching down through the right foot there. Good. Take your left arm behind you, bend the elbow, take your palm to the center of your back, bend your right elbow and make a connection here. Good. So with that connection, try not to drop the chin. So look forward, let this right elbow really go up, up, up. Find a nice grip. And if you can't quite get it together back there, you can grab onto your shirt or take a strap, but not just to stay with that strap or that shirt forever, right? The goal is to get this grip of the hands. Plug into the feet, turn your right jaw towards your right arm here. Let the head rest back on that forearm. Think that you can take a breath between the shoulder blades without concaving the front body. Good, back to center. And then switch, keep the torso exactly where it is. Your arms will kind of become like tentacles out to the side here. So this left arm will spin in, reach up from left foot to left middle finger. Right hand will come around to the center of the back. Bend that left elbow. Move your hair out of the way if you have so much like I do, and then make a connection. Notice if it's any different on this side as you really spin that the left armpit in now. Left elbow reaches up. Good. And notice if you're just like jutting out the ribs here, really pull it back with a breath between the shoulder blades so that you're going up instead of just throwing out the thoracic spine there. So it's the pubic bone that initiates the back bend, not just the center of the ribs. Good. Turn that left jaw, so that left bicep, let the head rest back in the hands, plug into the feet, take a breath here through a soft face. Pull the collarbones apart. Good, one more time. Good, let that go. One more time, switch, keep the torso where it is. Right elbow on top, make that connection. Lift, 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 spin that right armpit toward the heart. And then back one more time, left elbow here up on top. Send the left elbow up, spin the right elbow in, spread the collarbones, crown of the head goes up, up, up. Good. Let that go. One more time, light fists, roll the shoulders up and back and down. Good. Take out the block, put it aside, come into hands and knees, all four on the floor. Spin the middle fingers in toward each other to touch. Spin out on the heel of the hand. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Plug into the feet. So maybe lift the knees a couple of times here to really make sure you're not heavy in the knees, but really plugged into the feet. Stick your butt out behind you. Bring your chest through your arms. A nice back bend here. Plug into the hands and the feet, especially that index finger mound as you exhale, round the spine. Let the head fall last. Good. Same thing, lead with the base of the spine. Stick the butt out before the head comes through. Inhale. Find the index finger mounds, inner sides of the hand. Find the tips of the knuckles, plug into the feet. Exhale back down. So just start to make your own little wave here. You have a really nice frame set up, so keep the hands and the feet plugged in. The head will be the last to fall and the last to rise, but really finish it. You know, the vision is an important part of our embodiment. Good. 2 more here. You can take it fast or slow. Faster will heat you up, kind of start your own little fire here, but going slower will make it more mindful. If you always go fast, maybe go slow. Always go slow, maybe kick it up a notch. Go for 10 more to your own count. Remember, the head is not leading here. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come to a neutral spine here. Plug into the feet. So really plug into the feet here. You can even take a block between them to have something to hold on to. It can be a nice way to ground yourself. Good. So find the left fingertips, reach your right arm up. So open the chest, look up at that right hand, and then thread the needle. Right shoulder comes to the center of the mat. So the shoulders now are stacked north and south, but the butt stays exactly where it is. Head comes down to the mat. Left arm will come up above here. So spinning the left armpit towards the heart. Crown of the head going straight to 12 o'clock here. Coccyx going to 6 o'clock. Plug into the feet. Take a breath in. Really getting into this back of the right shoulder here. Rotator cuff while reaching up through the left arm, practicing some nice rotation of the shoulder joint. External rotation of the shoulder joint, which means the armpit wraps in towards the heart. Kind of counterintuitive. Keep plugging into the feet, relax the jaw. 2 more breaths here. Reach it out with those right fingertips. Good, last one. Let that go. Bring that left hand back towards your face. Push yourself up. Maybe reach up with that right hand again. Hold ground in that right foot. Good. And then find your right fingertips. Keep the hips even as you reach up with the left arm. And then thread the needle through. So once again, the left shoulder is going to land right in the center of the mat. Feet are going to plug into that block, plug into the floor. Right arm comes overhead. Spin and dial that right armpit toward the heart. Reach out to those left fingertips. Imagine that your butt goes straight back, so don't lean your hips side to side here. Keep plugging in the top of both feet, squeeze the block, and then relax the jaw. Take easy, slow, silky, smooth breaths. Think that if the breath were to have a texture, it would be more like silk and less like burlap. 2 more breaths here. Pull yourself apart in all directions here. So really reaching, plugging in, letting that help you go further, even if it's just in your imagination. Last one. Good, let that go. Right hand comes back to fingertips. Push yourself up. Keep the hips even, but maybe reach that left arm up. Good. All right, back to hands and knees here. Just one more time. Stick your butt out behind you, bring your chest through the arms. Exhale, round it down, let the head fall last. Push the ground away through the index finger mounds, plug into the feet, and then come back to a neutral spine here. Remove the block, and if there are things to the sides of your mats, just make sure they're out of the way. Step your right foot out, step your left foot out, a plank for 2 seconds, and then lower yourself all the way down to the mat here. Good. Hands come out wide like a T. Lift up your right foot, send it back, stretch it back. Lift up your left leg, stretch it back so you really create more space in the lower spine. Take your forehead to the mat just for a second. Roll side to side. Good. Then left hand will stamp right next to the low ribs up like you're about to do a push-up. Make sure this right arm is coming straight out of the right shoulder here. Push yourself onto your right side, let the head come to the mat. And so this might feel like it's enough already in that rotator cuff, in that right shoulder. If you want more, you can bend this left leg, stamp the left foot behind the right leg, and really try to find a back bend here. So stick the butt out, reach through the inner arch of the right foot, find the index finger mount of the right hand, and really unfurl this left collarbone here. Crown of the head going straight up. Out your antenna. Relax the jaw, take a few breaths here, and really find that sweet spot. So don't overdo it here. You can always ease in a little bit more, but at first, take it slow, assess kind of where you're at. And if you want a little bit more, do a little bit more, bring that left foot back. But there's no need to rush into a pose here. In fact, what we're trying to do is slow down. Good. 2 more breaths here. Find all 4 corners of the right palm. Maybe stand the left fingertips here. Stick the butt out behind you. Reach the crown of the head towards the top of the mat. Last one, in and down and wide. Let it go. Come back to your belly. Switch arms. So the left arm will come right out of the left shoulder here. Not higher, not lower, right out. Left ear comes to the mat. Right fingertips plant next to your right ribs. Turn up onto this left side now. Once again, take a moment at first to see what you're feeling before you just throw that right leg back, okay? Relax the jaw, stick your butt out, reach the inner arches of the feet, send the crown of the head tall. And then maybe that right foot comes behind the left leg. Give you a little bit more. Find all 4 corners of the left palm now. Really unfurl this right collarbone. So you really are pulling yourself apart here without tearing yourself apart. In your imagination, send a breath to the sides of the rib cage. So you really are expanding side to side. Relaxing the jaw. Long exhale. See how quietly you can breathe while still feeling that sense of deepness and fulfillment. Maybe your tongue fits perfectly to the roof of your mouth. As you take 2 more breaths right here. Let time slow down. Really elongate the breath. Last one, longer than you think you might. Otherwise, breathe. Let it go. Turn back onto the belly. This time, when the right arm comes out, you'll go ahead and bend the right arm into a nice right angle here, and then elevate the elbow just a little bit above the shoulder here, okay? Right ear will come to the mat. Find your left hand at your low ribs and push up onto this right side again. So this one's getting more into the chest, pec major and pec minor. So you might not be able to go as far. It's completely different target here in terms of the muscle groups. So find that index finger mound of the right hand. So don't just let the heel of the hand kind of take over here. Think that this left shoulder unfurls again. Reach through both inner ankles. Find a little bit of a back bend, but let the head be heavy, even though you're really reaching out, sending a signal out of your antenna here. And hopefully the breath will be easy and this nice structure, this framework you've created. Relax the jaw, 2 more. If you want more, you can take that left foot back. For me, it's a little too much, but for you, it might be just what you need. Just be mindful, take it slow. Good, come back to center. Left elbow comes out at that right angle, and then the elbow will just come a little bit above the shoulder here. Left ear turns to the mat, and then you turn up onto your left side. Good. Notice there might be a difference between each side. One side of the chest might be more open and available to you. And that doesn't mean you have to overstretch that one that's already open, but just take stock and notice that. Find a back bend, reach through the inner heels, stick your butt out, unfurl this top shoulder. My little AirPods keep falling out here. Reach the crown of your head tall. It's your antenna. Invite in some information. just like you invite in the breath. Find that index finger mound of the left hand. Notice what that changes in the front of the chest. Good, last one, make it a good one. Let it go, come back to center. Good, just cradle your head in your hands, forehead to the tops of the hands, maybe wiggle the hips side to side just a little bit. Breath in, breath out. Good. Plant your hands next to your low ribs, tuck your toes, find a table pose. Walk yourself back out to a nice measure here just for a moment. Spin the middle fingers in toward each other to touch, spin out, plug into the feet one more time, just a couple rounds of cat and cow here. As my little AirPods keep falling away. Maybe you can even take this one on your fingertips. Gives you a little bit more volume as you plug into the feet. Good. Come back to center. Sit back on your heels. Take a block, sit on it. Don't worry, we're not done yet. Take another block and hold it between your hands. So the hands will come onto the medium size edge, the second highest height edge, the long way. Good, so really get a nice handprint on there. My hands are kind of small, so this fits nicely, but your hands are really big. Just focus on getting all four corners of the palm. Okay, bring it up. So maybe I'll angle this one a little bit for you. Okay, good. So sit tall, sit well here. Bring the elbows in toward each other, but try not to keep the block coming toward your forehead. So bring the block out. Good. Dialing the elbows in as the block stays a little bit away from your face. Maybe you get the elbows to touch. I don't know if it'll happen for me today. Take a moment. Think that you're wrapping your shoulder blades in. Armpits are spinning towards the heart. And you're really finding this sense that the shoulders are wrapping in, plug into the feet. And you lift a little bit higher. You keep sending the elbows in toward each other without bringing the block close to your face. Good. Now, take the block just with the outer edges of the hands here. So open the hands, bring the elbows toward each other. Send the block away from your face. Squeeze, 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 and lift. Relax your jaw. Plug into your feet. Send a signal up through the crown of your head. Spine is long. Breath in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breath out. Good. All right, bring the block down. So that wasn't totally random. It'll really help us in a little bit. So just remember that feeling of wrapping in. Take the block out from underneath you. Find a plank pose. If you need to spin the fingers in to find a measure, it's always a nice thing to do. Lift the heels, wrists under shoulders, look forward, send it up and back into a downward facing dog. So we've already done a lot with the shoulders. So hopefully it's not feeling too stiff here. Find the index finger mounds, find the knuckles of the hands. So you can even lift the heels of the hands up off of the mat a little bit. And from there, spin the armpits toward the heart, squeeze the block kind of sensation, right? Be in the balls of your feet and send the butt up and back. Ears are in line with the arms. So really pressing up off of the ground, spinning the armpits toward the heart, and the shoulders are, the wrist, the shoulder, and the hips are really in a nice continuum here. Shift it forward to a plank, back to a dog, just a few times here. Really like a nice flossing of the shoulders. It's just an unfolding and folding of the hips. Good. Back in a dog pose, stay there. Take a breath in, spin the armpits toward the heart, spin the inner heels back, open the sacrum side to side as you spin the groins back. Good. All right, come down to your knees. Take a strap or unroll it. And then take the clips, clip them together, or if you have the loop kind, loop them together. And you want to bring them, don't want to wrinkle in it, first of all. You want to cinch it close enough so that you can get a nice measure of shoulder to shoulder here, because that'll give you pretty good measure of just above your elbows. Sometimes you might need to bring it a little bit tighter because as we move, the strap might loosen a little bit. And then you're going to put the strap on just above the elbows here. If you have the click strap, make sure that this black buckle part is not in the center because it can hit your head and sometimes it doesn't feel so good. Take a block of the mat, take the inner edges of your hands around the corners of the mat or of the block. If your shoulders are really wide, you might take two together, okay? My shoulders are not that wide. All right, so inner edges of the hands frame the block. Come just into a plank pose for a moment and find a regular dog pose. So this can even be nice to let the head drop into the strap a little bit. Spin the armpits toward the heart, okay? And then come forward to a plank pose again, look out and bring your elbows down, okay? So you can be in like a nice forearm plank here. It's a nice way to keep structure, but we're gonna take it to a puppy pose. So bend your knees, maybe walk your feet in a little bit. The strap is here to help you bring those armpits toward the heart and really wrap in here. Stay in the inner edges of the hand. Find the balls of your feet and go up, up, up and back. Finding a back bend here. Maybe the head drops into the strap. Relax the jaw. Breath in, breath out. Spin the inner ankles kind of toward each other. Find the big toe ball mounds and stick your butt up, up, up. It's really still the apex of the triangle here. If you feel tweakiness in your shoulders, make sure you really have the strap at the right distance. If it's too cinched in or too far out, it might start to feel pinchy. Good, so find that inner mound of the hands, that L side where it's touching the block, really wrap, wrap, wrap in. Good, and then send yourself forward, plank pose. And maybe you don't like the block, maybe the block is a little distracting, you can take that out. Up and back to a dog pose. Eventually you can do a whole vinyasa where you go from plank to puppy pose, back to plank and dog pose. And I just want to take it slow here. Spin the armpits toward the heart. Find a good dog pose. Let the head rest in the strap. It's really like a nice hammock. Find the knuckles of the hands. Spin the armpits toward the heart. Find the first fold crease in the hips by going up, up, up and back. And the backs of the knees scooping up to the buttock bones. Shift yourself forward to a plank. Look out. Heels and crown of the head really pulling apart here. My strap is even maybe a little too narrow, but we'll deal with it for now. Come down to your elbows and up and back to this puppy pose. Head can rest in the strap as well. Find the index finger mounds. Good. Shifting forward to a plank pose. Up and back to a dog pose. Plank pose, puppy pose, plank pose, dog pose. One more time. Plank pose, puppy pose, plank pose, dog pose. Stay here. Really spin those armpits in, widen the shoulder blades, find the index finger mounds, spin the legs up and back. Big, big back bend here. Head can rest in the strap. One more breath. Soft jaw, let it go. Come back down. Whew. Those will get you warm. You can just put the strap off to the side. Maybe take a little roll of the shoulders, up and back and down. All right. And then pop up onto your feet, walk your hands toward them, come into a hang. You can always take a blanket and put it underneath your heels, kind of like Little assistance to keep you in the balls of your feet. 2 fists between the arches will be a nice measure of your hips. Walk your chest out along your legs so you know you're getting a good fit, and then hang over. Let the head hang, hang, hang. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow here, and let the weight of the elbows of the head traction you down. Find the balls of the feet and lift the buttock bones up. So you're lifting up through here, becoming really heavy through here. Let the jaw go. Let the forehead relax. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Good. All right. Take your hands, step on them from the front. So you make good contact of the sole of the foot to the palm of the hand. Let the elbows go wide, kind of like a gorilla here. Let the head hang. Really find that the big toe ball mound is pressing into the index finger mound. Keep shifting towards the balls of your feet. As you inhale, something rises up the backs of the legs. As you exhale, something falls down your back. Let your head be heavy, jaw soft. 2 more. Inhale, find a rise. All the way up to the buttock bones. Exhale, heavy through the crown of the head. Something roll off. Something you don't need. Inhale. Traveling up, up, up. Exhale, dropping down. Good. Walk your hands out from underneath your feet. Bend your knees. Clasp your hands at your sacrum. And really reach back with your fists. And if that is just not happening, you can take a strap here and hold on. But really the idea is to get the hands together, especially that pinky side edge, and pull back. Send the crown of your head forward, lift your buttock bones, hang over, let the shoulders really rinse above your head here, really fighting for that pinky finger grip. You can hold on to a strap, but let your hands come as close together as possible. This is kind of the best fit, safest for the shoulder joint. Let the head hang, jaw soft. Good. Maybe shake the head yes and no. And then bend your knees, look forward. Hands will come back to the sacrum. You can fold all the way over again. Just let your hands hang, hands on the floor. Just one last breath here. Lift up to the buttock bones. Exhale out the crown of the head, your antenna. Good. All right. Remove the blanket. Take it back out. One last dog pose here. So if you want to get a measure in plank pose, that can always be nice. It's like your personal yardstick. Up and back to a dog pose. Look forward, ears in line with the arms. You have a nice crease at the hips, a nice bend in the knees. Heels are lifted. Spin those armpits toward the heart. Should be a lot easier now. With this big back bend, the chest, the front body so open and available. Shoulders are hopefully a little bit more flossed. You can take a nice breath in and out. One more. In, make it quiet but deep, like a secret. And exhale, same thing. Good. Come back down to your knees. Take a block and sit on it once more. Between the feet in Virasana. Pull the flesh of your butt out and back. Once again, really trying to sit in the middle of yourself. Make fists, roll the shoulders up and back and down. Good. Hopefully the neck feeling a little bit longer side to side here too. All right. Take a moment, plug the feet in, send the crown of the head up. Send your buttock bones down, pubic bones slightly tilted forward. So we have this anterior tilt instead of this posterior tilt. Good. All right, right arm up, spin it towards the heart. So the palm faces the midline. Left hand back, bend the elbow, send the hand up the back, bend the right elbow, keep looking forward, don't look down. Clasp them together, and then really Send the right elbow up, up, up. Find a breath where the hands are kind of connecting between your back so you don't just slam the ribs out in front of you. Reaching tall with front and back body here. Jaw is soft. Good. All right. Right hand, left knee, a nice ball and mitt fit. Left hand, right knee. Right hand, left heel. Whew. You can reach all the way around there. Good. And then right hand comes up the back. Left hand, serve something out in front of you. Left hand, right elbow helps send the right hand further up the back. Good. Left hand reaches up and around. Look at the hand, bend the elbow, make a connection, and then back to center. Left elbow now reaching up. Take a breath in, plug into the feet. Good. Left hand, right knee. Right hand, left knee. Left hand, right heel. Left hand up the back. Right hand serves something out. And then right hand, left elbow, send that left hand further up the back. Right hand, look at it, comes up and around, bend the elbow, make a connection, pull it apart, back to center. Good. 1, drop in. 2, cross reference. 3, come around yourself, mediate. Right hand, left heel. And right hand comes up the back. 4, make a frame. 5, serve something out in front of you. 6, make another ball and mitt fit, a connection. 7 is heaven, look up and around you. 8 is infinity, make the connection. 9 is achievement, right out in front of you. Left hand, right knee. Right hand, left knee. 3, come around, left hand to right heel. Left hand up the back. Right hand, serve something out. Right hand holds on to left elbow and shimmies that left hand further up the back. 7, that's heaven, look up and out. 8 is infinity, make the connection. 9 is achievement. Pause here, breath in, breath out. Keep the torso where it is. Can you switch without moving, keeping the vision forward? Make that connection, pull it apart. Couple more times, do 2 on each side. Keep the torso where it is, make the connection. Kind of like an octopus here. Relax the jaw and the face. Last time. Good, I think we'll end with the left elbow up. That'll be even. Maybe not. Good, even yourself out. Roll the shoulders up and back and down. And then this is where I can always tell that I've done shoulder work because it feels so much easier. Make a frame, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Inhale up, exhale down. Should be feeling a lot more lubricated, a lot more glide. Bigger breath. Good, switch at the bottom, just get both sides here, both ways. Plug into the feet as you're reaching up. Hopefully that's feeling a little bit easier, a little bit lighter. Good, next time you're at the top, just stay there. Inhale left, cheek to bicep. Exhale back to center. Inhale right, cheek to bicep. Exhale back to center. Inhale, chin to chest, lift the elbows. Exhale, look back up. Inhale, lift the elbows, gaze goes up just slightly here. Inhale. And exhale back to center. Bring the arms back down, palms face up on the lap. Just take a moment. Relaxing the jaw, skin of the forehead. Nice work. Nice to see you all virtually. Stay around for more videos and workshops and live classes all here on Kari & Co. And we can't wait to see you again. Bye.